I'm J. Marie Poetry, owner of Dirty Words Apparel, and my co-host Brandy is owner of the Pleasure Palace. We are the Dirty Pleasure Show. This podcast gets dirty, down in the sheets of your bed and your head. Conversations get deep. For instance, while giving head, what do you think about? Does it matter? Can you please your mate, or should others be involved? These topics and more are in store for your listening pleasure. We are the Dirty Pleasure Show.
Stop being fucking
What are you drinking?
what is it?
I got this drink, this
Big,
Absolute Berry Vodka.
Pink Moscato?
The Dirty Pleasure,
Yeah,
the Dirty
yeah,
Pleasure
Pink
Show.
Moscato. Shit, I don't fucking drink. That's for damn sure. I hope
I
don't-
never had this before. I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna get some of these after this show though.
Oh shit. Hey, we are live. Okay. All
We're
right.
live.
Right. Where we at? Shit. What? How much is it?
Well, they know
live
we've been
on?
drinking.
Well, yeah. That's true. That's true. Okay. Where we at? Is the music playing? We good. All right,
Yeah,
what's good? Can you see? Wait a minute, where the camera at? Okay. What's going on, everybody? This is J. Marie Poetry. I'm the owner of Dirty Words Apparel. I got with me my co-host Brandy. Where we at? Brandy of BK Pleasure Palace.
BK Fresh Pals, independent bedroom candy consultant.
I want to
What you-
also say, yeah. Okay, wait a minute. Can y'all see? Where we at? You see it in the
I can
camera,
see
Pete?
it. I can see it.
Okay, so y'all, this is the new number that we finna give y'all. We just gotta get some more in first, okay? So I done already ordered some. Now we gotta get some more. So, we are gonna kick off the show, today's show, finally. Okay, and let me let y'all know something, a little bit something, okay? We got mama shit going on. We got school shit going on. We got a lot of shit going on. So that's why y'all have not been seeing us live, right? So if I'm being transparent, little teacher, we have not been able to get our shit together with the schedule. So that's why we have not been live. If you're seeing this on Facebook, I'm on my Jane Gray page. So what's up, motherfuckers? Okay. And we're also on YouTube. So I hope that y'all enjoy the show, because who we got popping in on this? Hope that y'all enjoy the show. We're gonna get it kicked off. We're gonna just kind of try to let it flow, right? Let it flow. Because this wine is flowing, okay, and I'm trying to keep.
Light.
I am.
Light.
I am the green queen, okay. Let's just you know.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
Be real. I don't do the liquor, okay. So if I blame it on the alcohol, trust me, it's probably
It's alcohol. Okay.
Okay, so kicking off the show, we are talking about single versus taken. How do you do things right in the relationship on social media? Because you know now that this is the shit that we have to deal with. Social media. Breaking up relationships, maybe strengthening some, right?
Yeah.
Strengthening some, maybe it's tearing them down. We don't know, but we're gonna ask y'all. We want your feedback, and we're gonna bring some people up to kind of give us their take on some things. And we just gonna go with the flow today. All right. So, without further ado, let me see who we got. Delzaria, is that who it is? Let's go ahead and add her to the stream. Welcome, my home girl, sister from another mister, and another sister and mother, and all them other family members too. Okay. So we adding her to the show. What's up, Dels?
Hey,
Hey,
how y'all doing?
Good. How you doing?
You know, I'm okay. I look a little busted, so I turned my camera off because I completely forgot about this 3 times. So I'm not.
You been Okay,
And I didn't have enough time to get ready, so I'm just like,
this heifer been in Dubai or not Dubai?
I just left from Italy. I was in Amsterdam and then Italy. I just got back on Sunday, but
I gotta get out the country one time. Like I get out the state one time right now, right?
Yeah, I need a vacation.
Man.
no, I love leaving. It's my favorite pastime.
Okay, so single versus taken deals. Now, do you want to let us know your relationship status, or you want to kind of keep that on the little sneaky?
Of course, I'm transparent. I'm single.
Okay, you're single. Okay.
I'm single, and I mean, I don't know. I don't necessarily know if I'm ready to mingle. I'm out here, but I don't.
Okay, you're out here. Okay.
I don't really want to do that either.
Mingling is it's a different kind of thing.
Mingling's fun.
It can be fun.
It's fun. It can be
to
fun.
a degree. To a degree, it can be fun. I think, because I tried that damn Bumble app.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
I would never do that to myself. I know, Stan, this is no judgment against you, but I knew somebody when I lived in California who did. It was a horrible time. But I mean, I feel like they're all like that. I had a Tinder, and I was on Tinder for 2 days, and was like, I don't know how people do it.
Well, I met a decent one off of Tinder.
Okay, that's nice.
That was my first try at something like that, and
Try it before you buy it.
Yeah, this is definitely my last. But you know what though? On the Tinder one, somebody had matched with me, and he wanted to meet up. He's like, "Well, I just got out of jail for kidnapping or something else."
Oh,
I was like,
So no.
right. I said, "Oh, okay." I literally said, "Oh, okay," and like, I didn't even unmatch him or anything. I just like walked away. Like, I don't even want to touch it. I don't want to nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing. I'm
kidnapping.
like, you should not.
It told me that. No. Be glad he was transparent because
I'm very glad he was transparent. But I'm like, you should not be legally allowed to have social media. Like, what?
Right. That is correct. You said it was for kidnapping?
He said kidnapping.
Yes, sir.
Sir, what?
I have to pass on taking my chances.
No, like, what? I promise you not. I left his shit on. Oh, okay. I didn't unfriend him. I did nothing. I just
nothing.
I was not expecting that at all.
And he really was like, "Is that okay?" No, sir.
No. You sure it wasn't embezzlement? Okay. That would have been my response.
Yeah, right. Like, perhaps you spelled embezzlement wrong.
Sure it wasn't embezzlement. I would prefer
kidnapping, and you want me to go on a blind date with you? What?
Yeah, that's
Well, you got embezzlement.
That's a little bit more respectable. You can't be snatching folk out here. I don't like that.
Like
that at all.
Then I'm like, that's probably wasn't even your real picture or nothing. You probably would have had me in there look for you.
Yeah, that's horrible. That's a horrible. I would have had to say something to him about that one. That one.
I didn't know what to do. I just said okay and just really walked away like.
Yeah, I would have not known what to say neither.
Yeah, that's a little different.
But I did find a decent one offer there. But had I not found that one, I definitely would have left that.
Well, see, yeah. So that was your experience, and that's what. So with mine, I was there for 2 days. This one guy I had put because you got to put a description, and I was just being very basic. Like I like to party. One of the things I had said was that I like to party. But I had said so many other things. I said I love traveling. I love learning new things, languages, all kind. Like I mentioned so many other attributes. And then like towards the end, I was like, I also like to party. It was kind of just something I threw in. And dude felt like he had to tell me how horrible I was for loving to party, and I'm gonna be single forever because I should want to settle down. Like, sir, this ain't the church. Get out of here. I didn't ask you to come to me and talk to me. No lie. He sent me a message and was like, well, we ended up matching. And then he sent me the message and was like, I read your description and said that you like to party. And I was like, I mean, it's not the only thing that I like to do. I mean, I love a good party though. Like, I don't see any problem with that. Well, that's why you're going to be single forever. It's probably why you're on this app. It's silly for you to tell people.
Wait, you're not on this fucking app. Oh my God.
And you're on the app too, sir. So let's discuss your problems.
Right.
You sound dumb. So I was
Sir.
like, oh, okay, you have a good life. And I just like, you do like when you remove from them or whatever. I don't know. It was just
wild.
I did not
enjoy wild dating scene.
So. Yes. And this was
that
Tinder.
Shit is wild.
It was Tinder. It was Tinder. I was like, wow.
It was Tinder.
You got morals on Tinder? That's a shame. Like
you got morals on Tinder.
You can have morals on there, but it's just right. I don't see that really happening. Like you can be good people, but a lot of people go to Tinder for specific reasons. They're not there trying to. You went to Tinder to give people a judgment. Like what's the reason?
He went to Tinder to give people a judgment. Hey, there's some nut jobs out there.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take my chances with in person. They're crazy enough. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Well, I had some luck, I'll say. My current boo thing. This been a minute now, but I met him off of Bumble.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, Bumble seems to be cool. I knew a lady, like I said, who did meet some people there, but it just seemed kind of weird, the people she was meeting. And I just feel like we just both had bad luck. But I see people all the time who have great luck. I've even met some people or known some people who met their husbands and wives and they're happy now. So
I went through a couple of frogs. I went through a couple of frogs. I went through a couple of frogs. So a comedian, this nigga was not funny. But, I was like, I'ma support you. Until he lied about his birthday. And then it was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, okay. We're good.
So, Dels, when was the last time you were in a relationship? I'm getting in your business now, a little bit.
It's totally fine. That's totally fine. Let's see. When I scroll like you're scrolling for your birth year.
Oh, you going to Facebook? Okay.
It's been a minute. I would say my last official relationship was in 2016. So my last official was 2016.
Okay.
Probably, actually, it was 2015. The last time I've been in a relationship was 2015.
I'm not laughing because of I'm not laughing because of that.
No, I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I think it's hilarious too sometimes. But I don't care. Like I'm really not. There's so much that it would take for me to be offended or upset or sad about anything. Like my last official relationship was then. I really don't want to look into getting into another one. After that one, I really don't. It's almost like I'm scarred. But that's not to say that I haven't screwed a few people along the way, because that's different. That's definitely different. It's not the same as relationships. So
that is keeping it all the way real right there.
So yeah, I've definitely had some fuck buddies after that. I was, and the last time that happened was, I mean, it's still been a while. It's probably been like 6 months. So maybe more.
6 months. I'm gonna leave you alone. Okay.
No, go ahead. Ask away. No. I don't know. I don't care. Like I really don't. You can ask whatever you want to ask.
I didn't really have a set line of questions per se, but we just gotta go with the flow. But so okay, so let me see. How long were you in that relationship? When you said the last relationship was 2015, how long were you actually in it?
We were together for 2 years. It was about 2 years. I had met him in the military. Well, it was like a year and a half. I don't want to give it that much time. It was like a year and a half. I met him in the military. This is not a judgment against people within the military, but I personally would never like to date another person from the military. Doesn't matter which branch it is. But it's just because they're special kind of people. it's a special kind of thing when you date somebody in the military. You have to be very understanding. There are plenty of people who I know personally now. Their relationship is working just fine. They've been together for years, so it's not like it is impossible to find a good relationship. It's just extremely rare because trust is out the window almost immediately, and that was our problem.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah,
that ended up being our problem. I know I was 100% faithful. We were on the same ship, and so I just felt like we go places together. We're gonna go out and experience things together, but that was obviously not his intention. And I ended up finding about. I found out about all these women. It was like at least 6 women, and then he went home and got married to one of them on leave. One time he went on vacation and got married, so it was kind of just like, well, that's the end of that. So,
wow.
He went on vacation and he came back married. So I was like, all right, bro, you know.
Wow.
Right. So it just kind of, I could tell
that
you.
That would have been it for me.
That was it. That right there.
That was pretty much it. It's been, I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much stuff that I went through in that relationship. And that's kind of just what like got me where, you know what, I'm okay. I love to travel and do stuff. Like I enjoy my life now. I think it's so wonderful.
You look like
that
it.
would make me.
You look like it. You look like you're enjoying your life. So it ain't for everybody. Singleness, it ain't for everybody. Relationships ain't for everybody. You know, that's just the way that the cookie crumbles.
It is. It totally is.
It crumbles for real. Because I think, okay, so I take it then that this relationship didn't even get a Facebook announcement.
No, I wouldn't do that. I would not do that. No, anytime that I would ever place anything on social media is if it's serious. And even putting it on social media, we're not going to live on social media. That's not my plan, at least. Like, I don't plan on, I'm with my man did this, my man did that, because that's too much for me. And I don't care when other people do it, because if you're happy, you're happy. But a lot of the times I found that they're not extremely happy. They do it to show. They're not. You know, they're not actually happy. You end up finding stuff behind the scenes like, oh, you know, she used to get beat, or, you know, that she was cheating on him and spending all the money. You know, it's like all kind of stuff that you find out when the relationship finally sours. And just like you putting it out there in the beginning, you're going to have it sour in the public too. You put it out there in the beginning and people want to see that. It's like somebody announcing a pregnancy. You want to see that baby in the beginning. You don't want to not see the baby, you know? So you want to see once you announce it, like, okay, how are you all doing? And that's what people like to keep up with. They want to keep up with, everybody thinks we're happy, so we got to keep that up when they're not happy. And then they sour, and you have to see that too. And so and then it sucks because you got some people who will remember that. And once it's on the internet, it's forever. So it's like,
exactly. Like, remember when Trey Beyonce had you in there looking like a dumb?
Had you end up, what you going back for? You know, so, and I might be dumb. Like, I want to be dumb in peace. You know, I'm not saying that, but let me be dumb in peace. You know, I don't need you telling me not to go back to somebody if that's what I choose to do, you know?
Yeah. Okay. So the question, Brandy, you had a question?
Yeah, I forgot it. I don't think I did. I don't think it was more a question. I think I just kind of more agreed with her in my own words. It's like, I wouldn't put my relationship online at all.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even put that I'm talking to somebody.
Really?
I get that.
Because not only do people remember everything from beginning to finish, two, that's going to get other unhappy people a chance to jump in. And, you know, everybody takes Facebook, social media, and their relationship serious. So if I get on there and be like, oh, you still look yummy.
Right.
And that might make my partner feel sloppy, like, the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah.
Or like they'll try to, or they'll try to be funny, say something funny, not, realizing that it's causing an issue in your relationship because they know your spouse is also, or even if you're not so sneaky link, You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like y'all just got y'all friends, you got a mutual understanding, and then people start putting stuff to kind of, you know what I mean? It just, to me, it just creates this big mess. Like, I'd rather just keep it quiet. I'll pop up married.
And that's me. And that's me. I'm gonna pop up with a kid and a husband. Like y'all.
I might not even pop up married. I might just leave social media after that. I don't know.
And it ain't even that I'm gonna pop in and now I'm gonna show my husband. I'm just gonna pop up and say I'm married, y'all, and then disappear again.
just full blown deactivate.
Know that.
And disappear.
You know, it's serious. And that no, I'm not a person who is like, he can't have a social media either, because I don't like control in that sense. If a person's gonna be loyal to you, you watching them and saying, we need joint accounts and I need to be able to watch your every move, they're gonna do it. They'll find a way to do it.
Look, okay, anyway, they're gonna do it however.
They're gonna find a way to do it. Trust me on that. Speaking of the last person that I was with, I ended up getting a picture of some other lady's vagina from his messenger. Like, she done took a picture of her shit, sent it to me from his messenger, and he don't know where it came from. He was hacked. Okay. So,
you know what?
So it's like, they'll find a way.
Sir.
You will find a way.
Sir.
And half the time, while laughing at you with her.
Exactly. Probably talking
and
about
yes,
me.
man, we know vice versa. Yes,
so
we know
it's
vice
like
versa can happen, but people really be having the audacity. Yeah.
So much of it. The audacity.
They're gonna find a way. They're gonna find a way.
So here's a question that kind of tags off of the whole idea of a relationship on social media. So, do you add your significant other to the
Do I say that I'm in a relationship?
No. Well, do you add your boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever to your Facebook, social media? Like, do you become friends with them?
Sure.
Okay. Why?
I would do it. I don't have a problem with it, because it's a transparency thing. I'm all about that. I'm all about communication. It's the number one thing that people have problems with in any relationship. This has nothing to do with just a significant other, marriage. You know, there's a relationship when it comes with friendships, when it comes with businesses, work, whatever. And communication is always the number one problem in those types of relationships. So it's just like, I never want communication to be a problem in a relationship that I'm in, no matter which one it is.
But I disagree with that. I'm gonna say, so my current relationship, we're not Facebook friends, Instagram friends, YouTube friends. Well, he follows the YouTube thing. He watches the show. He's a supporter of the show, so he knows what I do. He sees my social media, all of that type of stuff. Facebook, I told him it's more friends and family, and it's a cross between business and family and things like that, and friends. So he knows that, but it's like, I don't want to be his Facebook friend, because I'm the type. I don't want to know what you're doing like that. Like, as long as I can trust you, we're together, and I can trust you when we're apart, and I feel like he can trust me when we're together and when we're apart, that I'm not going to do and move like that. And I feel like he's not going to do and move like that. Now, if he does, hey.
And then you just end up finding out about it later. But if it doesn't matter, then why does it matter? Do you understand? Like, if you don't care, if you don't want to, why don't you want to know what he's doing if you can trust him? And I'm not saying that I want him to follow me and I want to follow him because it's a trust thing. I just think that when you do accept their friendship, like, say, I could be a person where I don't care about following him and I may not request him, but he may want to follow me, you know, or he may want to see what I'm posting or whatever. And I'm like, I'm not going to deny you that. You can see that. And if that puts him where I just want it to be where all of the lines of communication are open. I would never say, I'm not going to follow you on social media. Now, I don't go out thinking that. Most of the time, if I met somebody right now and we got into a relationship, I'm not changing my status and I'm not going to go find him and follow him. If he decides to follow me or become my friend on Facebook, I'll accept it. I won't deny it.
No.
I'm not going to look through his page either.
I'm not looking through his page either. Exactly. Like, I'm not doing all of that.
I'm not saying you would, Jay, but it's just like, I'm gonna be your friend, and I'm gonna scroll Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. I'm gonna scroll it like regular.
Yeah.
And if your post comes up, I'll like it, I'll heart it, whatever you want, I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep going. I'm not gonna go and look through. And then that's where you can go down this rabbit hole, and all of a sudden you get mad about shit from like 10 years ago.
Exactly. And that some people do that. And I don't know. That's the thing for people. And I said, I don't care if you don't do it. If people say they don't do it, it makes sense why they don't. And it makes sense why they do. Like if it's me, I would accept. I'm not going to be the initiator, I guess, to make my point. I'm not going to be the initiator. I'm not going to go find his page and purposely add him or make sure that he adds me. If we happen to be friends, I'm not going to deny that. I'm not going to deny his request to be my friend or to follow me. And like she said, I'm not going to be scrolling through his pages and seeing who he liked and whose picture he liked and who liked his stuff and who's commenting, because it's not that serious. You already see my social media stuff, and I'm mostly here for the laughs. So I scroll through, I post some stuff that's funny, and then I dip out. I'm not making no real moves on social media like that anyway, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Right. No, so for me, it's most of my pages are public. The Facebook page isn't public, but I do make posts that are public. And
okay.
The stuff where you have it like, you gotta like centered on the friends. It's just because it's shit about my kids or it's shit about some mommy shit. And it's like it's not related to my business. So I'll post things that are related to the business, whether it's Dirty Words Apparel, whether it's the Dirty Pleasure Show, whatever, in that capacity on public. But my Instagram is public. A lot of my shit is public, so he can see it. And he did his research. Nigga was pulling up shit from whoever, and I was like, yeah. I mean, this public, nigga. That's why it's public.
Yeah, so you ain't gotta ask about it.
I'm not worried about that. But
for me, my stuff isn't public, so
see, for me, it's if he requests me, okay, I'll accept it. But he already sees the shit publicly. Now, the only thing on Facebook, he doesn't see that if it's not public, or you don't go to Facebook and follow me, or however it is that you can do that now. But my point is, that's not even a question. Like, when you don't have to question shit in your relationship, shit about your relationship, I think that's what makes it more secure in terms of, I don't have to go in and change my relationship status to say that I'm in a relationship. I do say periodically different shit about my guy or something like that, or I make subliminal shit. I do. I'm doing subliminal, like I'm gonna let a nigga know, but you gonna know like by the bad
your feelings are hurt.
And no, I don't put the bad shit on there. I just don't. Like if I had an argument with my dude, I'm not putting that shit on there. Like, what would y'all do? I don't give a fuck what you would do. I gotta figure out
right.
Shit
You're the one that gotta be in a relationship. You're right.
Right.
But I'm gonna let you know, like, he thinks I'm beautiful, and I got pictures of me up, and I'm saying he thinks I'm beautiful in the caption. Well, who the fuck is he? That nigga that I'm with. Like, that's who he is. But I'm not gonna go so far as to have a picture, us holding hands, all this other shit. Like, I'm like, no, that's when you're gonna see just if I get married.
Yeah.
Again.
Yep.
Don't nobody need to know that.
So the fact that I've been married before means I ain't too quick to go get married again.
Yeah. Totally understandable.
And I think that's where that whole thing where you're talking about single versus taken in terms of your relationship status. It's so many people that will change their relationship status so quick, and I'm like, what the fuck is that about? Like,
I want to change it back not even a week later.
Yeah,
right.
And my shit is private. Like, that part is private, because I'm like, I'm not even gonna do all that, because I don't need y'all seeing that Tom messed up, and that's why I went to Dick. And Harry
exactly.
Messed up, that's why I went to Craig.
As far as anyone wonders, I am single.
That's what opens it up for destruction, for your relationship to be like was mentioned earlier. I'm sorry, I don't. What's your real name? Is that
Brandy?
Because I heard you call her something else earlier, and I don't want to be like, Brittany. Brandy. Okay, girl, I can't hear it. I got real hearing issues. Like, not that I can't hear the words, but the words come through differently. Anyway,
you're good.
So, as you were saying earlier, though, people are lurking. Like, you don't know who their ex is. You don't know if they like maybe make fake pages or they friends with somebody else, mutual friends, and they peering through their pages, and they're looking for that. They're looking for the break. Like, they're looking for some type of turmoil, some type of something in the relationship so they can sneak in. Or even if they don't see that it's on the rocks, they may be like, well, I'm about to keep shooting my shot because now I can see that he or she is unavailable. So now let me see if I can squeeze in so I can try to, see what I can do. Sometimes
or somebody had like complete access to you.
Right.
When you find somebody, you start moving every last bit of different. They're going to try to do anything they can.
There was a post I made. I think it was on Instagram. Yeah, so I did a little slick shit. Now people gonna probably go back and look, be like, "What the fuck she talking about?" Let me go see. But I did this post where I did like the picture montage. I mean, like it's like a scroll or whatever you want to call it, like a bunch of pictures. You swipe this way, swipe that way.
Right.
And like I think the middle picture, it was somewhere like in between. It was myself and my current dude, but at the time we were just dating. But this was a picture we took at this museum thing.
Mm-hmm.
I made sure the picture could not be blown up to where you can magnify it. Because let me tell you the type of chick I am. Somebody be like, whatever, and I'm on that bullshit. I'm going to be like,
zooming in. I know.
So that's why I posted it on Instagram and not on Facebook, because you can't zoom in. You got to listen. I'm so technology about things. I just know it's gonna be so pixelated. You ain't gonna be able to see or make out who the nigga is. So
what?
Things like that I think that might be childish. That might be whatever, being extra. But that's how I am.
That's
like
fantastic.
I ain't about to be all. Me and my man is going out, and we finna hit the da-da-da-da-da.
You know what I can't stand? The ones that were single for the longest time. And they act like they were single by choice. Now, I'm not saying people can't be single by choice.
Right.
Then they get in a relationship, and then all of a sudden, they're fucking relationship gurus.
Oh my God, the worst.
Ladies, this is how you keep a man, and this
the worst.
You gotta do this for your man. I'm like, man, you just
don't talk to me.
Fuck these niggas.
Don't talk to me.
You was just talking about how your head game be having niggas
Listen,
and why.
You was just singing "fuck nigga free" last week. Now you
exactly. Now you the guru.
Right.
Not the city girl, but the relationship guru.
Yeah.
I hate those types, and then they got memes about. They just got memes about a good woman finds a good bitch. He ain't even asked you to marry him yet.
Nothing. You ain't found nothing, because y'all can be you could be single again next week.
Exactly.
Or maybe you doing all this, gladiator speeches, and he could be freeing you in a relationship. You out here posting about him, and you the only one in that relationship. You don't know what. It's just people be doing the most.
Yeah.
They be doing the most.
That's where I'm like, for me, it's like, no, because I think you always have to be like, you know what? I can always be replaced. I think that's what people need to understand with a relationship. Now, maybe this is the wrong way to think about it, but I think about it like this, same way, kind of like an employer. Is it dispensable or is it indispensable? You're not indispensable, meaning you can be replaced.
Yeah.
So everybody can be replaced, right? So if you're not doing your job, you can be replaced. You can also be fired by negligence. I mean, you know what I mean? Like they was trying to find a reason to fire you anyway, so they were trying to find a reason to break up with you anyway.
Yeah.
They can be that too. But in the same regard, you got to be on your A game with your relationship, meaning you can't be so much. Now, this is another one. The social media, like, overshares about their relationship. Like, don't get into an argument, top post about the screenshots of the text messages that your nigga done sent, screenshots of this and this and this and this argument. Now we following
right.
Shit like
We got fully invested.
Right,
invested.
Yeah, like it's a soap opera.
Right.
I need to know. And
Like Beyonce did what, girl? Bitch, he should have, girl. And I know he was texting over. You know, now we doing this while we talking on the damn gram or on the damn Facebook. You like, hold on, this ain't somebody's relationship. This ain't my shit to be into. But they overshare, and so as a virtue, you know, when they were single, when they found him, when shit got rocky, when he cheated on, when he had another baby, when this and that, blah 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 blah. We know all of that, and I'm like, but y'all doing so much shit about on social media that y'all not even focused on y'all relationship off of that. Like you ain't building nothing but all these fucking pictures where while y'all was fighting, but you got the picture where you like, I said yes.
Yeah. And that's what people
But it was
remember.
after y'all had an argument because he cheated on you for the 59th time. Well, the 58th time technically, because the 59th, he only had texted the girl. He ain't really fucking with her.
It's so bad.
Like, what? But you don't know what happened for her to get that ring. And I've been in that situation. This is before social media. I was in a situation where I was asked to be married off of the fact that, and what was the reason why? It was some shit, I guess. I reminded him of his mother or some other book, whatever that is, that Napoleon complex.
Wow.
I don't know whatever, but the reverse.
Yeah,
of it,
I forgot about that. It's a it's where the mother I do know which complex you're talking about, but I can't think of the name now. It sounds like Napoleon, where they their mom, something about they look for their mom too much, or I don't know.
I mean, in women, and then it's like this little toxicity type of whatever.
Yeah.
Let me see. I was a fiance another time for a whole nother toxicity. Okay, comes in all shapes, flavors, and sizes. Let me just say that. So before social media, it was this whole thing where it's like, well, let me keep you. Let me do this and do that, and it was a status thing, right? And then before social media, it was this whole status thing. It was like, but you not working on really what the problem is. You just looking at how others are looking at you, how others are like, oh, you got this bad chick. And I dated a younger dude, far younger than myself at one point. This was one of the fiancés, and he was this amped or like psyched up about the fact that he pulled we'll say a cougar.
A cougar.
I was like in my early 30s,
right,
late 20s. That's how. We gonna add somebody to this. We need some male testosterone, okay? We got one of our regulars, okay, that been out for a minute. We got him. We're gonna bring him to the show. Dels, I want you to meet Adam, this colorful ass motherfucker here. Let me get my mouse together and add him to the stream.
Okay.
So, Adam, where you at, sir? Let me get my camera together, because now I want to shut the door. What the fuck is going on here? Adam, are you there? Adam, check 1, check 2, Mike, check. Where you at, sir? Adam. No, Adam? Okay.
I don't know, maybe.
We're going to remove the testosterone from the show until he get his shit straight. So, Adam, when you get your shit straight, just go ahead and hit us a little chat or something like that, or hit me on the hip, as they say.
The hip.
Right.
You're probably watching the game.
You know you old.
I know.
The game might be going off. The
It is.
God damn it! I forgot.
It is. It's gone off. I watched it.
Win?
They won. Yeah.
Who are they playing?
They played the Commanders.
This one.
The Washington Commanders.
The Redskins.
Yeah.
the Commanders.
You gotta be the only
Oh,
one.
they really changed it. They really changed it.
They really changed it. They changed it to the Commanders.
Oh,
They changed that name. Let me add. Let me see. Let me check on Adam now.
I
Adam,
didn't know they actually changed it.
They did. They changed it to the Commanders. It was Redskins, and then it was Washington Football Team, and now it's the Commanders.
Oh, so they went
Weren't
with
they
Washington football. What kind of?
They were Washington Football Team all last season, and now they're the Commanders.
Oh, well, weren't they trying to change the Chiefs too, though?
They did because they said it was offensive to Native Americans.
How? Isn't that a part of their
You know what's
command?
crazy? Did any Native Americans really speak out about this?
But
You know, maybe they did back in the day. I have not personally seen it happening recently.
I'm about to look it up right now too.
You know, they did say back in the day that it was a thing. And same as with the Redskins, and so they changed it. So
But isn't that the chain of command? Like Chief?
I feel like Chiefs were a good thing, you know, but I don't know. I think that maybe they feel like it's appropriation, but they still have not changed the Chiefs' names, and it doesn't look like they're going to change it ever. So it's like they probably that probably has blown over, but the Redskins was definitely offensive. They had to change it.
Oh,
I just
it says some Native American group demanded that Kansas City Chiefs change their name.
okay. So
You know what?
this ain't sports talk, and we're not gonna get.
Oh, my bad, Joe. My
Okay.
bad. I just made one.
I went to
know.
go look at that. I had to go look at that.
We are educated motherfuckers. We trying to stay on target.
We also need to educate too. It's a balance.
I
It's
know.
a balance. We educate.
This ain't the show. This ain't the show.
Dang.
Okay. All right. So I think Adam is having some issues here. So we're gonna let him do what he needs to do.
Okay.
So he dropped off again. So back to the conversation where we're talking about if you don't get your shit straight, get your shit straight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add you back again. All right, Adam, you there?
It looks like it's muted.
I put up a microphone on my headphones. I can't hear you.
Say again. Oh, you sound like you in the water, nigga. Wade in the water. What's going on?
He might be in the car. It sounds like he's in the car.
Oh, okay. I can't really make it out. Adam, can you hear us? Okay.
Hello?
Yeah. What is your take on single versus being in a relationship and as it relates to social media?
I'm sorry. I can barely even hear you guys. Every time I try to put my audio on for my headphones, it puts on the microphone, but doesn't allow me to hear anything. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, I can hear you very clear.
Yes.
I know you can hear me, but I can't. Like if I put my headphones on, I can't hear the show at all with the microphone on for some ungodly reason. If I turn the microphone off, then I can hear the show.
Yeah, I'm listening without my headphones too because it did the same thing. So I just was like, well, my camera's off, so it doesn't matter if I have the headphones in. So I was just like, nobody's gonna see me with the headphones
I can barely hear on this damn phone.
Oh.
Well, I don't know. What you got, an Android?
Don't
Yeah.
do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that. Literally, Android is awesome.
Are you an Androider?
I'm such an Android user, and I've been talking to you very clearly, and you was able to put me in very easily. Okay.
First of all, Dell.
I think I'm on
Dells.
the iPhone.
First of all, Dells. I have an Android. I'm not talking on that right now. I'm talking on my computer.
It's just the way you sound. You sounded very, very iPhone-ish with the response. Is it an Android? Because that's how they be doing. You got an Android.
I am team Android. I just asked him because I know he's team Applehead. And
what you said? Wait, you said you think I'm team Apple?
Applehead. I had to look at where the camera was because I got the camera angle on the
I've never been an Apple person. Don't put that shit on me. I have never been an Apple person.
Oh, you're
I'm
not
an Apple person. Hey,
I
I heard it. We know.
Okay, just make sure we remember I'm still here.
First of all, nobody care about Apple like that.
You know what? I mean, it's two apples. Okay, they got their pros. You know.
Okay, so Adam, we got Apple head talk. Okay, can you hear enough to give us some feedback, sir? Not the feedback on your microphone, but the feedback.
I can hear you. I'm sorry. What was this about? I'm sorry. I missed everything.
Single versus taken, and how that relates to social media. So, like, do you announce your relationship on social media, for instance?
I don't post anything on social media. On social media.
You, sir, are an anomaly, because everybody I know posts their relationship on social media.
I don't post anything. When I say relationship, I don't post anything. I don't post pictures. I don't I mean, social media, literally, I just use it to keep up with people here and there. The people who need to know who I am, what I'm doing, they know. I don't need to broadcast that shit to the world.
Okay, so for you, social media isn't a factor whatsoever in your relationship.
No, I mean, my fiance, she's a little more active because, you know, she's more in the public eye than I am. You know, I'm in like the financial sector. You know, I value my privacy. All of my clients, you know, they obviously depend on that as well. You know, and the companies that you know, work with us, they kind of want that as well. So, you know, I have a very small social media footprint.
So you live a private social media life.
Private social media life.
Yep.
Huh. I got comments on the damn Facebook.
That's fair. I know people like that. They're mostly there just to keep up with people because they maybe have family or friends who are far away, or they're not as close, and they just want to be able to keep in touch with them or keep up with what's going on in the public, but not necessarily share their personal life. You know,
I want to shout out. So y'all don't know this, but I went live on my personal Facebook page, and somebody named. Now I'm gonna fuck up your name all the way because let me see.
Sound it out. Use your vowels and sound it out. You mean?
Wait a minute, Kawaku Buggy. He's wait a minute. He's repping live from West Africa in Ghana. So we just want to shout him out because that's one of our viewers on the show. So thank you for
that's what's up.
Jumping in with us all the way from motherfucking West Africa in Ghana.
Hey.
Okay.
What's up?
It's just Indian state, maybe.
Is that the African prince everybody been looking for?
Sir, we're not gonna do that.
There's so many Africans. Why he got to be the one?
Right, he might be the prince. We don't know.
He's somebody prince.
I just want to. Right.
About 2002 said that he was gonna, give me was it $1 million to deposit $5,000 for him or something.
No. Okay, he's in West Africa, in Ghana, and I just wanted to shout him out. I see he made comments on the post, and I wasn't watching my Facebook thing, so I just want to shout him out. So shout out to Kawaku Buggy.
Ask him how to pronounce it. Tell him to type it out. Don't let that King Middle education come out on this.
He never
watched. I'm about to get
you tell him to sound it out so you
graduate. I forgot where we went to school at. Damn it!
Don't let it come out.
It ain't coming.
So basically, back to your point, about the whole social media thing. I mean, I just find that, one, like I said before, I basically work in the financial sector. That's my company, and we deal with people all over the world. A lot of our clients are internationals, and we don't ever want the issue of there being, questionable things posted. I tell the same thing to my partners. I tell them, I'm like, look, don't ever embarrass us on social media. Make sure you do have an account, use pseudonyms, use whatever you got to use, because we really don't want any sort of bad publicity or anything like that. My fiance is a little different. She works more in the public, so her social media is a little more open there. My ex-wife, her social media is very much out there because, you know, she, again, works the public, that's the public eye, that kind of thing. You know, so, I mean, I get how some people are so used to sharing everything. For me, like, because I've done it, you know, in my personal life and then obviously in my business life, I just found it to be a much more effective, like, you know, strategy for me. Because, I mean, one, it gives me peace, you know, in the sense that I feel like people who are constantly updating and changing all these things, it's like somebody gets upset, oh, you didn't post that you're in a relationship, you didn't post that you got married, you didn't post that you sent pictures, you didn't post that you didn't post. Like, I don't got time for that shit. I really don't. Like, you know,
so there's like people, you know how like people post, and first of all, it's in this relationship, and then they post, I'm in a relationship with whatever, and you tag me. Like, don't fucking tag me. I don't need somebody going from your profile picture and being like, oh, you're in a relationship with
this person, and they're gonna do it because they're gonna do it. Exactly. They want to see what do they look like? What do they do? Can I see they're gonna do it?
Right. But now when it's complicated, that's the one where you like, oh, what kind of issues y'all had? Or they say whatever the little relationship
most of them, so why the hell do you need to say
or
it's
they get on there and start tagging the ex.
Yep.
Exactly.
I feel like people put it's complicated because they want attention. They want to draw in all the other potential suitors that would uncomplicate things. That would basically say, hey, yeah, we're going to go ahead and make this shit official. That's the only reason to do it, to be honest, to try and, you know, either spur the person who it's complicated with to action, or to encourage those around you that you might, you know, feel would be a better fit, or at least, you know, just give somebody an opportunity to shoot their shot. It's complicated. It's not, you know, that's not something you would post. If you feel
so
like.
So let me ask you this: would you get mad if, let's say, you're private, you don't put anything online? Would you get mad if your spouse or your partner or your whatever friends of benefits or anything would you get mad if they start posting on their page?
I mean, well, if I'm not linked to it, like if my actual name isn't linked to it, I really don't give a fuck. It is what it is. You can post, you can say in a relationship, but if you put with who, you got a problem.
Okay, so let me ask you this. All right, so we're switching gears from a relationship. Now we're talking about single. So like when you're single and dating, or like maybe you ain't made it official with whoever this is, but you like, you know, everything's cool, you going with the flow, or she going with the flow, whatever the case is. What if she starts posting pictures? What if she starts tagging you? Like, is that relationship behavior, or is that like doing too much when it comes to social media?
But again, I'm a private person, so I can't really speak for somebody who's a little more okay with that social media world, like, you know, oversharing, all that nonsense. Like, first off, like, I'll sit up here and tell someone I'm with, first off, I don't give a fuck what you're eating unless you're with me. I don't care what you're doing throughout the day unless you text me and tell me what you're doing throughout the day. I don't want to see it on social media, your little status or Twitter. I don't fucking care. I really don't. You know, so I mean, for someone to sit up here and post pictures of me and Tim together, and I didn't authorize that, and we haven't made anything official, I feel like that's a violation of the privacy.
That's true.
Okay. So when you just kicking it with somebody, they can't post anything about you in relation to pictures and things like that. Like,
the answer is no. The answer is no.
Okay, so that's a no-go situation. Okay, so what about? So do you act differently when you're single on social media versus when you're in a well? We know in a relationship you don't post anything private, but do you also do the same thing being single? Like, do you react, comment, do anything differently like that?
I don't use social media to try and hook up or get girls or anything like that when I was single. That's not, if that's what you're wondering. I don't change my status at all. Like my page has not changed in 15 years. It has remained the same with the same dopey ass picture that's been there. Like, it's a stupid picture. I don't care. It's been there for 15 years. It has not changed. It will not change. Whenever I go out and I'm, you know, when I was single and I was looking, I physically go out. I'm not really with the online dating or any of that shit. I want to I don't want it to be a representative.
Okay, so you don't do anything differently. Okay, so let me shoot this question to the ladies. Brandy, when you're single, do you do anything differently? How you mingle or interact online? Is there anything that you do differently?
No, I don't, because I don't like all that attention anyway. So if you don't like, am I seeing someone or talking to someone? That's another story. But like, I don't really move like advertising I'm single or I'm looking or that type of thing or I'm horny. I don't really do all that. So I still think I'm pretty private when it comes to that part of my life versus everything else.
Okay. And Dales, what about you?
Same. Like I go to social media to laugh. I'm on social media to laugh and see current events and share. I share my visits. Like if I go because I travel a lot. So if I'm traveling, I do post, hey, I went to see, like I'm going to be posting that I went to see the Coliseum, and we visited the Michelangelo statue or whatever. Like I'm going to post that kind of stuff. But I don't share private. There's some things that some people think that it depends on what it is. Like some people think everything is private. Everything that you do in your life is private. And some people are like, well, just the relationship is private, but this is not, or whatever. And that's kind of like, I'm kind of in the middle. I don't have a problem with sharing my trips if I go anywhere, if I'm hanging out with my family or whatever, and we do like a holiday gathering or something like that. I don't care about being tagged in those photos, and I don't care about sharing those photos. But I'm also very bad at that because I'm usually in the moment. I'm barely even taking pictures a lot of the times. If I'm in the moment doing something, I'm not going to remember to take the pictures, and I'm not going to remember to post the pictures if I do take them. That's why you may see me like posting some stuff from 6 months ago or whatever. But that's pretty much as far as I take it. I would never reveal that I'm in a relationship. I'm not going to be tagging my boyfriend or my husband or whoever. Anytime I've ever been in a relationship, social media never knew. I never tagged him in any post or anything. He never tagged me in any post. And if he was going to be tagging me in something, I needed to know about it first. Just because I just feel like that's like what was mentioned before. It's a privacy thing. Like, I don't know what you're going to post or what you're going to say. Like you mentioned too, like, then you're going to tag me and they got to come to my page and look up and I don't like that. So that's pretty much where I'm drawing the line. Like I'm not relationship wise, I'm not posting any of that, married or not. And I've never been married, but like, I'm not going to do that because I just think there should be lines that should be drawn. But when it comes to like my events or things that I do, I don't have a problem with sharing that because it's not, there's no connection with it, I guess, with people and things. So just like somewhere I went.
For me, I'll talk about it, but I'm not tagging anybody. I'm not necessarily oversharing shit about my relationship.
Right.
Like, I joke around about certain aspects or whatever, but just understand that I'm also doing this show and I also have to be entertaining. So probably I'm doing it for the show purpose. And you just don't know it. But or there's a show coming up and I'm trying to stimulate. That's stimulate conversation in relation to a topic. And I might use a situation that loosely relates to something I'm dealing with, not even dealing with, because I don't talk about situations like that, but something comical or whatever, a situation that happened. And or a conversation, because I had a conversation with my mother that's on my social media, and that was a real life conversation, and I thought that was really interesting that she decided she wanted to reveal some shit to me. But neither here nor there, I was just like, this is funny, and it relates to the topic of kind of what we were getting into with this show. So I posted it, people commented or whatever. But when it comes to announcements, I'm like, nah, I don't do that. Now, there was a point when I did. And when I did, this was like when Facebook was kind of like early on, where it was like still a new thing, where it wasn't it was a little bit after the college kids, like it opened up from the college kids to now like businesses or whatever, but it was still like, it wasn't this little viral, whatever type of thing it is now. And I made a post about when I was married, and I just posted a picture of myself and my husband at the time. And people had their comments because he kind of favored Ice T strongly, and it still does, but they made their comments and stuff like that about that. But I didn't get like any of the negative stuff. Now, there was another relationship that I made a picture post, kind of like a post about, and I was talking about something with this guy, whatever, and that picture went hidden. I didn't keep it on my page or whatever after a while, because I started to kind of see, like, you know, when somebody sees that you're in a relationship, that's when you get more attention. Versus when I wasn't and I was single, y'all wasn't giving me a second thought, period. It was just like, oh, you know, whatever. She's single, or it must be a reason she's single. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I might be motherfucking crazy, and I need to find somebody who's crazy like me. That balances me. But either way, God was like, they have their assumptions when you're single, when you change your relationship status and things like that. And I started to see that, and I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good with social media when it comes to that.
Yeah, I'm good.
There's a particular story. It's actually a fairly recent story. So I think I told you, my fiance just started working for Fox News. Okay. So my fiance's right?
You cutting out a lot, Adam.
Oh, I'm saying my fiance just recently started working at Fox News.
Okay.
You know, they went to some big party. You know, with all the actors, you know, she's one of the new ones, and she's sitting up there, and, you know, I'm meeting all these people, and their pictures are being taken, everything. They're saying it's a private event, whatever else. Then all of a sudden, they do some little profile on Fox News, you know, related to, new anchor, this, that, and the other. And she say, I'd like to introduce her and her husband. And I'm like, first off, we're not married. That's the first thing. So got information wrong. Number two, I don't fucking appreciate it. Like, put out there, put my competition, but everything's wrong. And I was like, it's not okay. You know, one, a lot of our clients are all from all different political sections, you know? So, right. To basically have outed that, my fiance looks Fox News, that I'm conservative or anything like that. I'm like, I don't go into politics with any of, my business or person, because everybody has their own different thoughts about everything, you know? And I never want to offend anyone. That's why social media is so dangerous. And, this was just an industry party, It's a party, it's a meet and greet, everybody gets calls, anchors. I know some of them, but one of them was friends with our daughter, or not our daughter. Her daughter was friends with our daughter, so we already knew her. But it's like, going to this place, they're taking pictures, they're thinking this is just some little quiet, kept inside thing. They say, no, there's a profile that's coming up on not only on Fox's webpage, but also on Twitter or something. And she's going, I'm like, seriously? Like, and nobody asked for these. So I reached out to them as soon as we saw it. My fiance knew I was curious. I said, did you get the info and signs for this? Just because she works here doesn't mean I work for you. It doesn't mean my company works for you. Right? But, I set up there, the lady was pushing back or anything like that, pushing back and doing all this other nonsense. And I said, look, I find out whoever owns this subsidiary or whoever you work for, and we will make life healthy. You need to take all this stuff down. I made a little bit of a contentious situation for my fiance because, they have this way of whenever they have a new anchor that comes on, they basically want to, to let you into their personal life and kind of let you see, they're back. But I'm like, that's you. That's your way. You chose to do that.
Well, but Adam, doesn't that come with the territory of who you're dating? Now currently your fiance and things like that. Doesn't that come with the territory?
I have the choice, and that's why I made a big deal about it. And I told them, I said, look, if my company sues you, you guys will have some serious problems. You know, like I'm not trying to go there, but we can fucking beg me. You know, like I'm just like, this is crazy. Like I'm very clearly asking you to just honor what is considered the privacy. And, you know, the fact that there was no release on side, basically they ended up pulling it. But, you know, it kind of created some tension for my fiance, and I apologize, but you already know how I feel. And it's for, I said, at the end of the day, you have a job, and you get let go from that job, and I'm like, I'm here, we can support this whole family and additional standing. But if I lose what I got, we got problems, you know?
Well, okay, and I get you on that, and I think that's a fair statement in a lot of ways, but I think it's also unfair that you put that stipulation on the relationship because she is with Fox News or whatever, so she does have this job that is a high visibility type of job. So it's like, you know what you signed up for, you know, dealing with somebody who's in media like that. Well, let me say, it kind of comes off like you're putting stipulations on something she should do or not do that could stifle her career. Like, they say, hey, you know, the fact that you're not willing to follow the protocol that we, or the whatever it is that we do for our new anchors, you know, maybe you're not a good fit for this company, and or maybe we don't want to put you in this role, but we put you in some other role, which is a less visibility role, but also less in line with what her career is because of what you did.
Put it like this: it's a double standard, and that's why I stood my ground.
It's a double standard, but
do you want to hear me out?
Well, I couldn't hear you.
I'm sorry. I'm saying it's a double standard, you know, because for one, it's like if men say that they don't want to show their spouses on TV, they have absolutely no obligation to do it. They don't have any obligation to show men, you know, have them as part of publicity tour and things. The men stand alone as anchors without there being any issue about, oh, this is my spouse, because the men are just seen as who they are. But for whatever reason, women on Fox News have to be shown with a husband. They have to be shown as part of the family and all this different. And I'm like, okay, that's all well and good. I get it. That's how you guys are doing this. That shit ain't going. You know? I mean, I look at Brett Baer, I look at all these other people. You know,
but I mean, but Adam,
I would like to chime in.
If they're doing
Adam, 1 second. Go ahead, Dale.
I was just saying I would like to chime in on that, and I'm not fully disagreeing with him because you, as an individual, he does have rights. The job is her job, and if she tells them this is something that they can prepare for. So if she lets them know up front, which is the reason that he's able to ask, what kind of event is this? How are we going to be seen? And they give one answer, that's the answer that they have to stick by. Now, there is a double standard, and that's a societal thing. It's not necessarily just that news show. That's across the board, they do want women to be in a place where it's like if she's within this position, like this is on TV. It's a news anchor role, or even if it was like something else where she was a judge or something, like some type of position of power, she needs to look like she has a unit, some type of stabilized unit. It doesn't need to just be, you know, and I get that part too, but he is, as an individual, a person with rights. And if he doesn't want to be seen, they should be respecting that, because not everybody is showing their spouse. And that's a lot of shows, you know, a lot of news shows, a lot of talk shows, even they may be able to talk about their spouse, but it's not necessary. It's not a necessity that they're seen.
Right. No. And I agree with that. That's where I was kind of like, my point is you can talk about it. Like I talk about my relationship or talk about who I'm with, but I'm not showing pictures, and it's not, you know, giving people that kind of intel. And even at a level, I'm not even in the media in that kind of capacity even, but just personally speaking, you know, the level of privacy and things like that you adhere to.
But I think that's where he got upset, because they showed him. Not that they were talking about him, but that they actually showed him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
it's fair.
so what was it? First off, we were told ahead of time the private industry party, because I asked again, publicity, like, we don't really want, because again, it's not that I'm ashamed of what she does. I'm a conservative myself. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, you have, like, you have your public face, or the face that you have for your professional, and then you have you are behind closed doors. And I mean, I don't openly espouse all my views for anyone to see, because I realize some of them are controversial. I realize that, I just don't want that. Like, I don't want that attached to the professional image that I have. So I'm sitting up here, and I asked all those questions ahead of time. Like you said, I asked all those questions. She asked these questions, through me, obviously, or I asked them through her. And they said, sure, okay, yeah, this has nothing to do with business. You're just coming to the party, hang out. We just want to kind of, you guys, agree the people, for a family environment, just want to kind of get to know each other. So what happened to us, what happened to me, I spoke to some of the same people who were at the party, and they were like, I spoke with one of the people who I thought was the craziest motherfucker, in the power, or the craziest guy that I thought I knew on TV. I remember this guy told me this story. I was like, you're absolutely right. They should have never done that. He goes, you think that's right? Because what I'm saying here? He's like, He's like, I play with them. He's like, but not done. My life doesn't.
Hold on one second, Adam. Is it just my ears? I can hardly hear what the fuck he's saying.
I can't hear it. Well, it's breaking in and out.
Okay.
I was catching some of it though.
Okay, because I'm trying to give a rebuttal. I can't because I can't hear enough of what the fuck you're saying, Adam. To even give you a rebuttal. Sorry. You there, Adam?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me better?
Yeah, we can hear you better.
It's like you were moving around. Whatever was doing the audio was so choppy.
I don't know. I wish I could use my headphones. I just can't.
Yeah.
But we do want to go ahead and start to wrap up the show. This was a good show. Adam, thank you for giving your feedback on that situation. I mean, I get both points of it. I get the fact that she's open, or she's in the media's eyes, so she has to have a certain persona, certain image. But then it's also the privacy that you should also be granted as well, because that's your choice. So I understand that. So with social media and relationships, everybody has their difference in how they do it. And that's what we wanted to talk about today. We did. So we're done. That's this point blank period. We're done. I want to thank you all for tuning in, whomever. Thank you again, Cool Buggy on Facebook, and Nikki Smith on YouTube. Thank you for tuning in and checking us out. I'm Jamie Portry, owner of Dirty Words Apparel, and again, this shirt will be coming soon to our viewers and everything. So when we get this actually in production, we will definitely let you all know. I'm Jamie Portry, owner of Dirty Words Apparel, and BK Pleasure Palace is right here.
I'm right here. Sorry, y'all. I was having a little technical difficulties. I'm Brandy, BK Pleasure Palace, independent bedroom candy consultant. My links are in the bio. Please reach out to me at bkpleasurepalace@gmail.com should you have any questions. This was a great show. I enjoyed every last bit of it.
Definitely. I enjoyed it. Adam, I enjoyed you as well. It's nice to get the male perspective, especially not in a capacity where you're just docile, because sometimes they don't have a lot of opinion about stuff. Right. They're just like, they're just there because somebody asked them to be, and they don't say anything, I enjoy how opinionated he is.
Right. Yes, and this is why we have him back. I also want to say the DirtyPleasureShow.com is our website. DirtyWordsApparel.com is the website. Somebody was hitting the mic real hard real quick. I don't know what was happening.
Oh, that was me.
Okay, I was like,
sorry, y'all. Sorry, that was me.
All right. But we want to say this is going to air some other time. So whoever caught it live, you caught it live.
Thank you. Thank you for watching.
Thank you so much. And you all tune in next time. We are the Dirty Pleasure Show.
All right.
I'm J. Marie Poetry, owner of Dirty Words Apparel, and my co-host Brandy is owner of the Pleasure Palace. We are